all going to be downhill from there. My name is Kutter Callaway, and I know it's completely obvious just by looking at me, but I'm going to say it right away to clear the air. Yes, your suspicions are correct. I have low testosterone. Can I hear it for all my peeps in the low T community? Yeah. My journey with low testosterone began about a year ago when my doctor came and told me, hey, you've got hypogonadism. And I was like, Doc, are you telling me I have overinflated testicles? Because if so, that would be amazing. And he's like, settle down, mustache. No, that would be hypergonadism. You have hypogonadism, which means your testicles don't produce enough testosterone. So I'm recommending testosterone replacement therapy. And I was like, enough said, sign me up. So he did. And ever since then, I have been mainlining that sweet, sweet tea ever since. If I could describe for you the experience, just imagine for a second, you wake up one day all of a sudden and you have all of the acne and raging sex drive of a 16-year-old boy, plus all of the erectile dysfunction of a middle-aged man. The testosterone has really connected me with my 16-year-old body again. They're just living in different times and places, right? My 16-year-old self, he's at his high school locker, right? Trying to seem cool and not just creepy as the cute girls walk by, you know? It's like, hey, pretty lady, that's a great backpack. What you got in there? Maybe you want to show it to me one day? I'm not there anymore, but as a 46-year-old, just transplant me into the corner of my bedroom, where I'm also trying to seem cool and not just creepy as I'm watching my wife get dressed. Oh, hey there, pretty lady. That's a really great blouse you got on. What you got in there? Maybe one day you'll show me something? Needless to say, neither version of myself had any ability to close the deal, right? Sex was not in their immediate future, but for different reasons. My 16-year-old self, the main thing standing between him and sex was a deep and abiding fear of rejection. Maybe you can sympathize. But for my 46-year-old self, the one with low testosterone, the main thing standing between him and sex was a deep and abiding love of naps. Please, no one go back in time and tell my 16-year-old self that one day in the not too distant future, if given the choice between having sex with an actual human woman or taking a nap, 9 times out of 10, I'm hitting the hay before I'm hitting that. Now, I realize that for some of you, this does not sound funny at all. It just sounds sad, right? It's disappointing. It's despairing even, and I get it. We live in a society that tells us all the time that if you want to have a full and flourishing life, you need to not just be having sex all the time, constantly, but that sex better be the best, most mind-blowing sex you could ever have. Otherwise, it's worthless, right? But I think we all know the truth. I think we all know that sometimes sex is just disappointing, especially when I'm involved. So, if you're like me and you feel like maybe you're a little bit of a disappointment in the bedroom, I'm here to tell you it's gonna be okay, okay? Look, next Tuesday, true story, next Tuesday, I celebrate 25 years of marriage, right? Yeah. So, you can trust me when I tell you that the key to a long-term relationship is not about mind-blowing sex. No, everybody knows that the key to a long-term relationship is disappointing your partner at a rate they can handle. I have been disappointing my wife in the bedroom for 25 straight years. Right. But at a rate she can handle. That is the key piece of the equation. You can't come out of the gate with that level of disappointment, right? You'll spook them. They'll bail, and rightly so. No. You gotta start off small and build up over time. You gotta start with something like, ooh, I'm really sorry. I know I promised I'd always take out the trash, but I forgot, right? Do that for a couple years. Then you can bring out a little bit bigger of a big gun. It's like, oh, I did it again. I overspent my monthly budget on Star Wars themed paraphernalia. And after laying the groundwork for multiple years, then you can bring out the disappointment bomb. Something like, I don't know. Oh yeah, by the way, did I mention I took a second mortgage out on the house to fund the publication of my Lord of the Rings fan fiction? Disappoint them at a rate they can handle. It's really kind of like the boiling a frog in hot water kind of scenario. You know this, right? You can't throw a frog in boiling water right away. They'll jump out, right? But you can take that same frog and you put him in regular water, you turn the temperature up little bit by little bit, that frog will sit there. He won't bat an eye, and he will let you slowly boil him to death. And all I'm saying is, that's what I've been doing to my wife for the last 25 years. I've been boiling her alive in disappointments. Little bit by little bit, I've been turning that dial up until one day she woke up completely unaware of the fact that she is now eyeballs deep in a liquid hot bath of my sexual mediocrity. Just like that frog, she never saw it coming. Actually, that's not fair. That's not true. I'm a middle-aged man with erectile dysfunction. She never saw me coming. Thank you, you've been great.